The Hitman, a modern fable of individuation. This new movie, released by Netflix, The Hitman, proves to be an interesting narrative about uniting the Apollonian and Dionysian aspects of the psyche. The protagonist himself is uniquely an academic specializing in the field of creative psychology. I certainly noticed Jung's memories, dreams, and reflections upon his desk early in the film. However, his maturation and individuation process in the beginning of the film is far from finished. In fact, it is quite misaligned and unwhole, with the powerful intellect confined to a quiet life, and having being left by his wife for, among other things, his inability to liberate his passion. In Nietzschean terms, Gary is the epitome of an Apollonian, a bookish creature, much like Yukio Mishima in the beginning of his work Sun and Steel. Though Gary has the ability to be liberated, currently he is compensating for his lack of Dionysian passion through his nerdy pursuits. As such, to liberate someone from such a rut, one must identify how they can compartmentalize the limiting factor, and then let freedom flow forth. For Gary, turning him on the spot with his years of psychology study to become the undercover hitman, the nerdy nature within him, well practiced, is allowed to thrive, and the bold Dionysian alter ego of Ron emerges forth from his psyche. On the spot, with no research, Gary transforms into this new self, hidden in his subconscious for years, and strangled by the so-called successes of great minds who are the broad majority of academics. This alter ego begins its individuation as Gary researches all suspects well, so that when Ron takes control, he is ready for anything. Gary's tradecraft in learning how to disguise himself and become the image of the hypothetical hitman, the Dionysian spirit, Ron, seduces Madison in a way that the conscious Gary would never. This relationship between the two, from Madison's view, is a short-term fling with a comically hot man, a physically attractive, funny, and charming, dangerous contract killer with manners. Gary, through his alter ego Ron, has become like Mishima, fortress of instinct and solar character. Though, as the narrative continues and grows in complexity, the opposites must unite, or Gary and his lover will rot in prison. Gary's relationship with the usurped co-worker Jasper culminates in a plot involving him extorting now murderer Madison and Ron/Gary. Here the union is complete. The Dionysian, passionate killer Ron unites with the calculating, bookish Gary, as Madison accepts him as her lover, while Jasper suffocates on the floor to be disposed by the pair as calculated by Gary. Through the union of opposites, through the process of individuation, the myth ends with Gary being made whole in a passionate love, fathering a family, only possible through him liberating himself from the world which held him back. The Hitman is a work which celebrates creative psychology and philosophy by telling modern myth of the individuation of the individual.